dismissed the women as liars, and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michaels, too radical, too divisive.
Find the best and brightest ideas for lighting your home at Menards. Explore our lighting showroom and find your style with more than 1,000 options from Patriot Lighting. Take the guesswork out of finding matching lights and give your home a coordinated look with the Steel Collection. It has an industrial style and adds a distinct rustic look to your home. Pick up this 4-light chandelier for only $124.59 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
Accurate Appliance, located at 143 State Street in downtown Medford.
Straight ahead, a carjacker is on the run in northern Wisconsin. We'll tell you how he's evaded law enforcement so far. Plus, falling is a threat to seniors. We'll hear some tips about how to prevent those accidents. And a 60-game win streak snapped. We'll hear how a local volleyball team is looking to rebound as your news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 at 5 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan. Law enforcement is looking for a Wisconsin man who escaped from a high-speed chase in Iron and Bayfield counties yesterday evening. The operator of the vehicle, Seth Garino, is wanted for vehicle theft and other crimes in Clintonville. The Iron County Sheriff's Office saw the driver in the stolen car and attempted to stop it. The operator fled at high rates of speed along Highway 2, where it turned northbound on State Highway 13 in Bayfield County. It collided with another vehicle and continued on. The driver then abandoned the vehicle, stole another vehicle, but then got almost immediately stuck. He then fled from the officers on foot into the woods and is still evading capture. If you see this person, call 911. Meteorologist Conrad Sipinski joins us now. Conrad, kind of a cold and gray day out there today.
Yeah, definitely one of those days, Dan. Bring out those sweaters. Fall has officially arrived. Today's the second day of fall, and temperatures are definitely showing that. 54 in Rhinelander right now, 54 in Eagle River, so we're well below our average. We're supposed to have temperatures in the mid to upper 60s right now. Nothing like that. A couple of 60s down south closer to Green Bay, but in general, we are all in the 50s with some well below average temperatures. It is fall and leaves are starting to change. Most of us are seeing anywhere from 0 to 25% of those peak fall foliage the next couple of weeks, especially with the cooler temperatures. We'll see a lot more of those leaves starting to change. Temperatures on Tuesday, check that out, upper 40s to low 50s, and then we start to warm up by Thursday into Friday. Lots of cloud cover out there right now, but don't worry, we are in the clear for the next couple of hours, but overnight tonight, we'll see some rain showers with temperatures cooling off into the mid-40s. Dan?
Thanks, Conrad. The lawyer for the suspect in the Christmas parade attack in Waukesha wants to withdraw from the case. Daryl Brooks is accused of killing 6 people and injuring dozens more when he drove into the parade in November. His attorney has filed a motion to withdraw because Brooks is asking the court that he can represent himself at trial. Earlier this month, he announced he was dropping his insanity defense and changing his plea to not guilty. Brooks's trial is scheduled to begin on October 3rd. Crime became a discussion of concern today in Milwaukee. Senator Ron Johnson held a round table to hear from members across the area. Guests included law enforcement officers and community leaders. Senator Johnson went around the table to hear their concerns, and he has made crime one of the points of emphasis for his campaign and boasts many more law enforcement endorsements than Mandela Barnes. Tim Michaels is changing his stance on abortion. Today, he announced if elected governor, he would sign an abortion ban with exceptions for rape and incest. This comes after 2 decades of opposing those exceptions. Michaels has campaigned saying he supported Wisconsin's 1849 ban with an exception only for the life of the mother. COVID-19 canceled and postponed many events and celebrations around the world. one of which was the inauguration of the UW Stevens Point newest chancellor. Dr. Thomas Gibson became the new chancellor almost 22 months ago, but because of the pandemic, the ceremony was postponed. Today, Dr. Gibson's inauguration took place. Many UW leaders were on hand to offer their special words towards Dr. Gibson. Gibson's speech followed, and he was happy that the moment could finally happen.
My work is to ensure the university continues to provide transformative educational experiences for students and to expand access for more diverse learners in support of institutional growth and enrollment.
While mentioning his goals on growing the university, Dr. Gibson also talked about his Pointers After Dark program, which helps bring more events to students on weekends and at night. During his speech, Dr. Gibson also talked about his drive to help others through education. You can watch his full speech on our website, WJFW.com. A Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigation agent is facing prison time after shooting a Madison man. Mark Wagner is being charged with 1 count of second-degree recklessly endangering safety by use of a dangerous weapon. Wagner made his initial appearance in Dane County Court Thursday morning. The victim's family says police shot Quadrin Wilson 5 times as police tried to arrest him. Wagner said he thought Wilson was shooting at him. The family at the center of all this has mixed emotions about Thursday's news.
Even though this is some semblance of a victory, it's not a complete victory as a whole.
Wilson's shooting drew protests, marches, and rallies, but those largely fizzled out as the investigation dragged on for over months. Wilson has been in custody. He's recovering right now. He's sentenced to 3 years in prison for unrelated drug charges. Falls continue to be a national public health concern. That's why every year the National Council on Aging raises awareness during Falls Prevention Awareness Week. A common misconception is that falls aren't avoidable, but according to health expert Joshua Scott, there are many ways to help prevent and avoid falls.
One of the most common places is the home, especially going up to the bathroom in the middle of the night, coming in and outside from the stairs.
According to the CDC, falls account for 2.8 million older adults visiting emergency departments each year and over 800,000 hospitalizations.
One of the best things you can do is like a home safety checklist, as well as just staying active and fit. Anything that has any strength training, balance, and flexibility kind of things will work great to help with reducing falls.
Scott says as people get older, specifically over the age of 65, the risk of falling increases. Those who take care of their overall health can help lower their chances of falling. Scott recommends people work on balance and strength as they age. Coming up after the break, we'll hear an update about the war in Ukraine. Plus, we'll take a look at a local art museum, including a display called Creative Destruction. That's after Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
Violent crime up across Wisconsin. Families nervous about their safety. Yet Mandela Barnes called for releasing half of Wisconsin's jailed inmates. That would mean releasing over 10,000 criminals right into our neighborhoods. 10,000 reasons your family would be in more danger. Barnes also supported defunding the police. 10,000 more criminals with fewer police to protect us. What could go wrong? Wisconsin Truth Bank is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
One thing people realize quickly is that our homes are built to last. And right now, we are doing so many customized jobs with wood finishes, tile showers, and ceramic backsplashes. Our clients are loving the finished product. Our goal is simple. We want to get you into the perfect home at a price you can afford.
Let our family make your family a home.
Homes you can feel good about. North Country Homes.
Hey, here's a fun fact. 3 out of 4 members of Congress were already professional politicians before they even got to D.C. And then they cash in and become lobbyists. That ain't me. I'm Derek Van Orden, a retired Navy SEAL with 26 years of service. And I will pass term limits and ban congressmen from ever becoming lobbyists. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message. Let's try something different. Let's change the people we send to D.C.
And welcome back. It is finally Friday. Weekend is right around the corner. It's the best time of the week, and the weather is showing it. Lots of pretty good-looking weather. Earlier in the day, we had lots of sunshine, but now look what happens. Lots of cloud cover all across the region. Temperatures are well below average. 54 in Rhinelander, same thing in Eagle River, 54 right now. So 50s all across the state. We're supposed to have temperatures more in the mid to upper 60s for this time of year. So it is very chilly outside today. Second day of fall, and Mother Nature is bringing in the cold. Not the heat, but the cold. Our average closer to 66, average low of around 42 degrees. So today morning, we had lows in the upper 20s to low 30s outside. So freeze was the issue earlier today, and that is because of this cold front right over here, dividing the country from 80s and 90s to the south to 50s and 60s to the north. Take a look at St. Louis, 58, Kansas City, 66, just south Oklahoma City in the 90s. So a really big, sharp cold front has passed by, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel, folks. I know it's going to be chilly the next week, but look what happens the last couple days of September into October. We are all into some slightly above average temperatures, so more of fall weather will be arriving, but it will be a little bit on the warmer end. Right now, lots of cloud cover, not much precipitation at the moment. We do have some stronger storms popping up in the eastern part of the state of Minnesota. Most of that will continue to push east. So tonight, we will get some showers. It doesn't look like a big low pressure system because it's not, but it still will be rotating counterclockwise right over here. Will be sticking around with us pretty much through the weekend. So more showers will be coming in tonight, into tomorrow, scattered throughout the day on Saturday. Then heavier rain comes in Saturday night, especially into Sunday morning. And then throughout the day on Sunday, we'll have a little bit more showers all throughout the state. So let me mention one thing now, a whole 180. We got Tropical Depression 9 right now in the Caribbean. Doesn't look like much, 35-mile-per-hour winds, but look at this track. It is tracking right towards Florida. If you're anywhere between Tampa or Naples, Florida, be careful, keep an eye on this one. This will be a dangerous one, folks. Here in the Northwoods tonight, temperatures in the mid-40s, mostly cloudy skies, and some rain showers will be developing later on. And our 7-day outlook, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, does show cool weather sticking around into middle to end of next week. Dan?
Severe consequences. That's what U.S. and NATO officials say Russia should expect if it decides to go nuclear. Vladimir Putin recently threatened to use nuclear weapons as part of Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. According to U.S. officials, that is not the first time Putin has given the warning, but some analysts say Putin now seems more specific and escalatory in his remarks. The CIA says there are currently no signs that Moscow is moving forward with plans to use nuclear weapons. Meanwhile, referendum voting in Russian-occupied territories of Ukraine is underway. Western and Ukrainian officials are rebuking them as a sham to legitimize Russian annexation of Ukrainian territory, as it did in Crimea in 2014. A gas leak earlier this morning forced one central Wisconsin school to evacuate. Lincoln High School in Wisconsin Rapids was forced to shut down for a short amount of time after the smell of gas was noticed. An investigation by WR Fire Department and We Energies determined a boiler malfunction was the cause of the leak. Students and staff were allowed to return at around 11:30, and all operations are now back to normal. More funds are on the way for the Northwoods Honor Guard. The Pinewood Golf Club presented a check for $1,000 to the group today. This check is to go towards the operations of the chapter, including uniforms and travel expenses for the group. Country Club GM Stephanie Edwards was happy to present the check to the local organization.
It's great to give back. These guys come and they play golf at Pinewood and help support us. So if we can give back and support them in any way, that's what we want to do.
The Honor Guard was grateful to receive the donation. It will help them fund a new car to travel to ceremony sites and outfit 2 new members. A common problem in art museums is not having enough space to show off more exhibits. So it's usually exciting for staff to install a brand new display. A few weeks ago, right here in Rhinelander, ArtStart had the opportunity to do just that. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi joins us now in the studio. Mohammed?
Dan, I was at ArtStart earlier today to check out their brand new exhibitions. I spoke with one of the directors about why this exhibition is unique.
It's like Christmas every time that we have an exhibition change out.
ArtStart is displaying a new exhibition called Creative Destruction.
This collection is actually inspired by flowers and coral reefs, and also the loss of her partner recently.
As well as Chicano, a Mexican folk art collective.
It's basically a collection of folk artists and their work. So some of them live in America and some live in Mexico still.
From dancing skeletons to woodblock prints to photography, Ashley McLaughlin, one of the directors from ArtStart, says there is something for everyone to enjoy.
It's a great place to just come in and look around and maybe decompress from your real world. And just enjoy and look at the artwork and all of the intricacies of it. So, and chat with us. We're cool people, too.
ArtStart has been a little quiet these last few weeks, but with some school tours scheduled in the future, the group hopes more people will come to visit.
You know, it's been a little bit quiet, but that's not too shocking. Everybody's going back to school. I imagine it'll be pretty busy, and I know that we have some school tours coming through to see the Mexican Folk Art Collective exhibition. So, yeah, it should pick up here in the next couple weeks.
For McLaughlin, art means everything to her, and she hopes when people come to check out the exhibition, they'll learn a thing or two.
Art is everything. It's okay to understand other perspectives and to appreciate things, even if you do think they're ugly, to appreciate the work that was put into them.
The last day of the art exhibition is October 29th. ArtStart is open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. For more information on their hours, you can visit artstartrhinelander.org. Dan?
Thanks, Mohammed. Coming up after the break, we'll hear about a dominant local volleyball team. Plus, a local grocery store chain is thanking the emergency responders that helped them through a fire. We'll be right back.
I received a call that my granddaughter had been hit. She suffered a serious brain injury and nearly died. The driver should have been in jail. Mandela Barnes supports no cash bail that puts criminals like Daryl Brooks back on the streets. He's more worried about criminals than victims. Mandela Barnes doesn't have the judgment to keep our communities safe.
Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There are never enough hours in the day. I'm always making trade-offs, sacrifices. But I'll keep going. Even when it feels like there's no way I can do it all, I won't give up. I'm doing this for me and for them. We're doing this together. North Central Technical College's virtual college. Flexible learning, because our time is precious.
Cellcom's live local customer service is just a call or click away, so it's always clear where you can get help. What's not clear is why you just went down to the basement.
What did I...
Why you went downstairs? Unclear. Easy access to the customer care you deserve? Crystal clear. Cellcom. Clarity in a cloudy world. Now at Cellcom, save $500 when you activate a new smartphone line of service and trade in your existing device. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Joe Biden on Medicare for All.
It's going to raise taxes on middle-class people.
Medicare for All would double your income taxes, ban employer-provided and union health plans, and bankrupt Medicare for seniors. Mandela Barnes still supports Bernie Sanders' socialist takeover of your health care.
Medicare for All is the easiest way to get us to universal health care.
Mandela Barnes, more liberal than Joe Biden, way too liberal for Wisconsin.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Hunting season for birds has either started already or will start later this fall, depending on the species. The DNR is asking hunters to follow some simple precautions because of the presence of bird flu in the state. The current bird flu strain was first detected in Wisconsin and other Midwestern states in March. Recent findings of the virus in domestic and wild birds this fall illustrates that the virus is still very much present. The DNR recommends hunters do not handle sick game and field dress game outdoors while wearing rubber or latex gloves. Also, all game should be cooked and thoroughly cooked, and hunters should not drink or eat while handling the animals. Emergency services in the Rhinelander area received generous donations today from a local grocery store chain. Triggs Grocery made 3 donations totaling $10,000 to support local firefighters. Don Tyson said this is part of their Love It Local campaign, which gives back to the community through charitable donations.
We're pretty excited to give back to the community, especially since they have given us so much, and we've had to use them a couple times over the years. So it's a really good feeling to be able to give back to them.
The donations were awarded to the Rhinelander Fire Department, Pine Lake Fire Department, and Pelican Fire Rescue. Tyson said that many emergency services are dependent on volunteers and donations, so this is one way Triggs can show their support. In recent years, one thing has become constant in northern Wisconsin, Mosinee girls volleyball being a safe bet for the conference title. Entering Tuesday, they hadn't lost a conference match in quite a few years. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver joins us live in studio with more. Matt?
Dan, there's only one way to put it. Since the fall of 2017, Mosinee girls volleyball has been the powerhouse in their conference. When it comes to rebounding after a conference loss, it's some unfamiliar territory. So I went to their practice for a closer look.
I love that I was a part of it.
Mosinee was riding a 60-game conference win streak coming into this week.
It's just kind of a cool accomplishment. You know, we set out with the goal of trying to win some conference championships, and it just kept going and going for a while.
On Tuesday, that 5-year streak came to an end at the hands of the Tomahawk Hatchets.
To hang in there, and we did some good things, but we didn't execute a lot of the things that we were trying to do that night. So hats off to them. They executed when we didn't.
Coach Jacobs has led Mosinee through the entire streak. Despite this week's loss, Jacobs says the team is just as confident as the others.
The good thing is, even though it was a loss, I never doubted the effort of our girls. It was really fun to see them. They were focused. They were ready for the game. They were excited for the challenge.
Michaela Weisner is one of 6 veterans who has never lost in conference. She said the loss only motivates her to lead her team to new heights.
We want to finish the rest of the season undefeated, get our revenge back on Tomahawk when we play them next, and make a new streak. Start it and keep it going for however many years.
Even with the loss, Mosinee still has its eyes set on the real prize, the top spot in the GNC conference.
The goal is to win a conference championship, and that's still out there. We just got to make sure we execute better the next time we play Tomahawk and keep focusing on the things that we can do to improve, because that's number one, our most important thing. We're a young team. We're inexperienced at the high level, but the skills are there. We're capable. It's just a matter of putting it all together.
The team hopes to start a new win streak on the road against Anago next Tuesday. In Mosinee, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
At a company, the culture comes from the top. Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times over sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. Women who worked for Michaels' company said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Higher-ups at Michaels dismissed the women as liars and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michaels, too radical, too divisive.
It was important because for the protection and safety of my children and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. And plus, I always try to be a role model for them. I want to make sure that everybody feels safe from COVID and all the new variants that are happening, and they need to have a shot or get immunized.
Fall is the best time to plant grass seed, and Menards has what you need to get started. Schultz products are perfect for repairing thinning areas and bare spots in your lawn. A 3-pound bag covers up to 2,000 square feet. Midwest Master is a premium grass seed that adapts to a variety of soil types. It's a great all-purpose blend that starts fast and blends well into existing lawns. Save big money with 11% off all grass seed. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear, my taxes are paid in full, but there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets, because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his tendency to write a loophole that gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And that's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Well, Conrad, tomorrow in Minocqua, these streets will be absolutely packed. It's probably their biggest event of the year. Let's take a look at some footage from Beef-O-Ramas of years past. This thing, it's a celebration of all things beef. The smell of beef fills the air. You can get beef sandwiches. I'm actually going to be a judge here, so I am going to be judging different people who are cooking beef, and these people who are cooking beef, they're going to be up before dawn, trying to make sure their beef is tender and juicy and those sorts of things. But the question is, Conrad, will the weather cooperate tomorrow?
Yes, the answer is yes, Dan. You're going to be a judge of the beef. I'll be the judge of the weather. We'll do it that way. But yeah, tomorrow will be fine. We will have some scattered showers, but for the most part, we'll look pretty good outside. But taking a look outside right now, temperatures are chilly, and they will stay chilly for tomorrow, so don't forget your sweaters because it will definitely be cool. Temperatures in the 50s and a couple of 60s out there right now, so well below our average for this time of year. Lots of cloud cover in the area. It is showing that we have some precipitation in the area. This is Virga, which is precipitation that is mostly not reaching the ground, but don't worry, as the air gets more and more moist, the rain showers will start to fall overnight tonight into tomorrow. Very scattered throughout the day on Saturday. More chances by Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon. Then light chances early in the day on Monday before the rest of the week looks great.
Well, it sounds like it'll be tolerable tomorrow. Maybe bring a rain jacket, but it should be okay.
Rain jacket, yeah, and a sweater.
All right, we'll have an updated